Hey, yo, good morning, good morning. Happy happy Tuesday, everybody. Today is May 9th. The markets are still way too red for my liking. We've got a lot to talk about today. Nice to see everybody filing in. I'm going to buy you some time to tweet out the room. I got to find my spliff from yesterday, and that's what this song is about, everybody. Look at this. Look at this. You're gonna like this one. This is Busy Signal. Busy.
Nothing a nice life, nothing a nice life, nothing a nice life. Nothing a nice life, nothing a nice life, nothing a nice life. Sense of me when me smoking, them grapes are when me smoking. Sense of me when me smoking. From Westmoreland to Amsterdam, nothing to go.
Let's go, crofam. I'm watching you. Where's those emojis?
Nice life, a leftover split tail. First in the morning when the grabber gets stale and the great soaking and the whaler. Next to fresh air are the best thing for inhale. That's your old leftover split tail. First in the morning when the grabber gets stale and the great well soaking and whaler. Next to fresh air are the best thing for inhale. Well, only smoke and know when smoke a cough about. I smoke and know when challenge night I want to talk about. I smoke a keep a ganja sense and human we know what to laugh about. Split them in jack and me have it to walk about. Yeah, so put sense in me and make me blend, burn. Feel the herbs running through my man van. It never hurt me, not do me nothing mentally. The world of the smoke weed eventually. So pass me the old leftover split tail. First in the morning when the grabber gets stale and the great well soaking and cool. Next to fresh air are the best thing for in here. Yeah, the same old leftover split tail. First in the morning when the grabber gets stale and the great well soaking and cool. Next to fresh air. Yeah. Pass me ganja with me boat here, no grabber. Me don't connect the link with Archie and Chopper. Me have to respect all the farmer man, we grow it proper. No fertilize the herb, just make it grow up to the top of life. Patience with the weed and watch the croppers try. Farmer man, no make them stop you from capitalize. The whole world I go to recess. Right now we need West for real sense. Smoke and fly with pass me the whole leftover split tail. First in the morning when the grabber gets stale and the great well soaking and cool. Next to fresh air are the best thing for inhale. Yeah, this year all leftover split tail. First in the morning when the grabber gets stale and the great well soaking and cool. Next to fresh air. Yeah.
Yo, this track is a vibe. I'm telling you, man. It's like I know it's a red market, but I got $100 for whoever can fucking tell me what this song is about. I know you guys don't understand a fucking word, do you? All right, how about this one? You know what a spliff tail is, right? Sean, you're the only one up here. The rest of
What's
y'all can
up,
have
bro?
a
I don't know
fucking
the
thumbs
song
up
though.
or
No.
something. What?
Oh, I said I don't know the song. I don't know what the hell that guy's talking about, but I
You
like
don't know
the
what a
rhyme.
spliff tail is? Just think about it. You know what a spliff is.
I know what a spliff is,
All
but
right,
I was
so
talking about the song.
yeah, well, a spliff tail is a roach. Most places in the world probably have some type of slang for a butt or a roach or a snip or a what? They a clip. They call it different things all over the place. But in Jamaica, you call it a spliff tail. And what he's saying is nothing not nice like a leftover spliff tail. Basically, a song about his love of roaches. It's an interesting one. It's one of my favorites. My favorite line, which I was hoping one of you would be able to tell me for $100, but I know that's just too much. The best
I'm old
line in
school.
that
I call it a
song is
roach.
the
It's a
best
roach,
line in
bro.
that song is fuck. Hold on. Patois is so hard to speak in English. Uh Next to fresh air, it's the best thing to inhale. Nobody understands that line. Like when you hear it, it goes right past you. But man, when it hits, you start thinking about it. Next to fresh air are the best thing for your nail. That same old leftover spliff tail. Things to think about today, folks, while I find my spliff tail. Drewski, what's up, bro? I heard you broke the fucking Bitcoin blockchain. What are you doing?
Yeah, bro, it's broken. I tried to do a Bitcoin transaction the other day. It cost me $50 to send it from my ex first wallet. It was fucked, but
Did you send it?
yeah, I mean, I had to, bro. I had to
Send
pay
it!
for some shit. Yeah, so I mean, I got taxed, but it is what it is. But Grand Rising, everyone. Been a minute since I've been in Coffee and Cro. But while we're on the topic of roaches, what I used to do when I was in high school, I used to smoke a lot of blunts. I'd go through like 7 blunts a day. But my favorite thing to do was I'd get a fat blunt, I'd smoke it down to the roach, and I'd save all of my roaches. And me and my homies, we would get our bongs and we'd pack the roach into the bong, put a little bit of weed around it, and it's called a time bomb. And I swear to you, the time bomb would get me more fried than the whole 2.5 gram blunt. Like I don't know, bro. It's nuts.
Drewski knows! Drewski knows! Oh my god, bro. I didn't see it coming. I did not see it coming. That our Canadian Bitcoin friend was gonna know
Wait, you
more
think I'm
about this.
Canadian?
Wait a second. You're not fucking Canadian.
Yeah, I'm from Pittsburgh, so I'm United States. I
Jesus
say A
Christ,
every
man.
once in a while, and I
No, no,
watch a
no.
lot of hockey though.
Who lives next door to you?
Uh,
Not directly next door. Who's our buddy that you know in real life? Or am I mixing you up with somebody?
I think I think you're mixing me up with somebody. I know there is someone that lives in Pittsburgh, but I haven't even like met them in IRL or anything. There's a few
Hey,
people
man.
actually.
I'm tripping out today. Sorry, y'all. We're starting over. Hey, good morning, good morning. I got a song for y'all. It's about roaches. And we got an expert on roaches up here this morning.
Let's go.
Drewski, I'm sorry, man. I fucked that whole thing up.
No, it's all good, bro.
You're right on the money though about the roaches. I was way off on your location, but for people who don't know, it's the best part. Don't throw those things away. We got real alpha for you today. And that's what Busy Signal was trying to sing about. And I'm always trying to slowly and stealthily teach you guys patois. Because that's how I learned it. I learned it from listening to reggae music. Straight up. And living on an island where everybody thinks they're a Rastafari.
So, what is patois?
Well, it's a French term for a dialect, a slang dialect that's a mix of African and European. So, like in Jamaica, Jamaican patois is like its own thing, right? And there's, I think it's also like the most popular patois, right? Because of reggae music and because of how such a small island has had such a impact on the rest of the world musically, and not just musically really, but through the music, like the culture that they spread. So I fuck with Jamaica hard, man. That's what Island Thunder's all about, really.
Yeah, patois just means like Ebonics, Drewski. So just like you have like in English like American, like Ebonics is like American patois. It's a different variation of that same language, usually spoken by most of the population outside the United States, at least. That's how it works. But all the islands they have their own like little sub languages because what Jamaicans are actually speaking is English. They were British settlers. They were settled by the British. So it is English that they're speaking. It's just a very heavy accent.
Yeah, you wouldn't know it from hearing it, but once you understand it, it becomes a second language. And I I love it as a language because it's so there's so much emotion in it. Like it comes from your like you have to speak it from your stomach. It's very percussive. Salty Sea Queen, I got a co-host. Let's go.
I'm a co-host now. Hell yeah. Uh,
Oh yeah, you're good at this.
I am pretty good at it. Okay. So one thing that's like blowing my mind today, it has nothing to do with anything that we're talking about, but it's the fact that they're making beer from shower water right now.
Tough
Yeah,
times.
Where is this going
it's
on?
out of California.
What?
Whoa.
We're in
I
California.
don't know. I just tweeted about it. I just tweeted a screenshot about it on my page. So if you go on there, you'll see it. But oh my god, I saw it
Oh
and I'm like,
God.
I can't because like my news channel has been talking all about it. I'm like, that seems sus.
Yo, everything seems sus these
Yeah,
days.
they're trying to
Like
be
I'm
too
just
progressive. Like, I mean, take it down a notch, you know? Like, what the hell?
Jesus
Like I'm
Christ.
all
I'm
for
super
Canyon
sussed out.
Brewing Company.
I'm all for like a beer in the shower. Don't get me wrong, but a beer made out of the water I'm showering in, no thanks.
They've been dealing with a water shortage in California since I was a kid. So maybe they're just throwing everything at the wall now. You got to save water.
God, who knows?
We waste a lot of water in this country.
We do, we do.
But please don't turn it into beer and drink it. You can put gray water in your garden as long as there's not too much detergent in it. There's all types of uses.
What is gray water, bro?
Gray water is your wastewater that's not from the bathroom.
Normally, it's
Oh,
out of your RV. Like if you have an
So like
RV.
sink water. Yeah.
I'm learning all kinds of things today. I'm loving it.
That's what this is all about, y'all.
You can
If you
filter that stuff with charcoal and you'll get definitely clean enough water to feed your garden.
yeah, in Jamaica, my sister came down, my little sister one time, and she got me involved in this project called Earth Ships. And what they do is they build houses out of, well, they don't even call them houses. They build Earth ships out of waste material. So like the base of the house is made out of pounded tires. So it's used, thrown out tires filled with dirt and packed, hand packed hard enough to be like a concrete brick. Um, and they build the base of the house out of that. Everything is off grid. Everything is like rainwater catchment, solar, and the gray water goes out into the gardens, which filters through it. Like you got to fucking see these things. My
Yeah,
sister,
they're pretty much self-sustained. I've heard of
yeah,
a bunch of them out in Arizona as well.
that's where they started, out in Arizona, and there's a whole compound out there. I met the guy who started this whole thing. There's a bunch of old crazy hippies doing cool shit out there if you look for it. Wait, why was I telling you about Earth ships?
I don't know.
Fucking A, man. Oh, Greywater and Jamaica. I was trying to tie it all together. It ain't easy, y'all. We make it look easy, but holy shit. Elder Carl is here. Let's go. You guys must have tweeted out the room. Well, 80 you did, so that's nice.
I
9.
just did it. Thanks for reminding me, Alpha.
Let's go.
It's because I'm your co-host.
We were in a Kronos AMA this morning. A lot of us were.
Who had the AMA?
With Altura. And I think this is
Oh.
going to be huge for us. All of us. And it was nice to hear. It's always nice to hear the Kronos team like just talk about Kronos to people who don't know about it. Just give them that rundown about the Cosmos SDK, about how we're the best goddamn EVM blockchain to be on, and everybody's just gonna have to find out after us now. I always love that talk. But Altura is bullish, man. They're talking about bringing in the next 100 million users. And that's what we're here for.
I'm gonna
A lot of it.
be. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say that, like, at the end when I was jumping out was when they were talking about um, the difficulties with the rest of the population and seed phrases, and that is the hurdle that we're gonna have to get over, is finding that middle ground where you can own your keys when you understand it, but up until that point, you can still have access through maybe your socials or just an email address or so, the normal way that they've been doing Web 2. Like we have to bridge them in, like, gently. And then also, they weren't talking about this in the Altura space, but, like, I don't know if it's because of the meme coins. I don't know if it's because the rest of the market is so rough, but, like, the scams have been picking up big time around here. We've got fake Thundercats getting airdropped to people who don't know the difference. This is not me and my feelings. This is, like, me looking out for the rest of this community that is just starting to learn about this shit. And it's I get what they're doing, but I'm not gonna fucking fall for it. I'm 40 years old, damn it. What's up, Drewski?
What I was about to say was I'm actually gonna be hosting the Kronos Town Hall tomorrow. It was a bit of like a I don't know, I wouldn't say last minute, but like just on my end, I should have tweeted it out tomorrow, but I totally or yesterday rather, but I totally forgot, so I was like, fuck it, I'll just tweet it out a little bit later today. But it's gonna be run a lot differently. Like it's more so just gonna be a community space. We're gonna talk about I know Doc Hunt has something going on with the Lion Social Club. It's like a donation event. They're very close to getting their community fund back. For those who know what happened, they're real close to getting that back, which I'm very happy about. So, uh, and also I'm gonna be launching the Lotus token on Crodex on tomorrow as well. We were on HopSwap for 8+ months and we finally decided it is time to move off of there. Now that our liquidity pools were
Oh,
totally
thank
unlocked.
God.
Yeah,
Hey,
dude.
let's
It was
go, Drewski.
oh
That
dude, it was a journey.
that hop
It
swap.
was a journey to
No,
say the
like,
least.
we've all kind of been holding on to hope. Not necessarily for HopSwap or any one of these platforms specifically, but, like, there's a lot of those stragglers out there that we haven't yet really given up on, right? Like, and we're just finding out things. Like, this week we found out that Jim Kong's is doing a full refund.
No way.
Yeah.
And also I do want to say I love the guys over at HopSwap. They're a great team, but it was just time for us to move.
And Crodex is a great spot. We've been with them from the jump, and a lot of tokens have consolidated there recently because of the fact that there's low volume but also arbitrage bots. So, no matter what, if there's discrepancies in the price, they're gonna skim it. So,
Well, we're launching a totally new contract. So we're because we have to change the fees a little bit and we wanted to change a few things in it. So everyone that's holding Lotus token right now, you're just going to get an airdrop from the new contract and it's going to be business as normal like nothing ever happened. But that way there's no sort of arbitrage on HopSwap and Crodex. Like we're completely moving off of HopSwap and going over to Crodex. So because with our token, we only want to be on one DEX just because we don't want any sort of arbitrage because that's how our token runs. Just, for the play to earn game and everything like that. But yeah, that's the plan going forward. If anyone does want any more information, feel free to check out the announcements in our Discord. But yeah, I'm really excited, and I'm also excited to host the Kronos Town Hall tomorrow as well because technically I missed it last month, but I'm making up for it because I'm hosting an early one this month.
no, both of those announcements are really really good to hear. I think you're doing the right thing with Lotus, avoiding the issues and starting over on a on a solid deck. And the crofam space, bro, like we need it right now. Big time. So it's good timing. What's up, Ken?
Morning. You mentioned earlier them fake Thunder cats. They're called Thunder Twats. How do I get it out of my wallet? Does anybody know how to get it out of my wallet
Get
immediately?
it out, get it out.
Burn it.
Yeah, I think we can recommend burning. I haven't looked at the contract, but I don't think there's anything malicious to the extent that they're trying to like trick you into interacting with a malicious code in the NFT. I think you can just send it to the dead wallet, and I will pin that address because everybody should know the address of the dead wallet. And this will be the same on every EVM blockchain. It starts with OX, just like every other address, and it ends in DEAD. And in between that is just a bunch of zeros. But you got to have the right amount of zeros. So here is the wallet. No goddamn emojis. So you can copy and paste this and send whatever you want. No, actually, whatever you don't want. Scratch that. Excuse me. Send whatever you don't want to this.
We did look at the contract. There isn't anything malicious or asking for permissions in it. We looked at it during my space this morning.
Oh, thank you very much. You guys really are getting good at this. God damn. All right, so for the people, especially the people listening back, you are good to go to send these. What are they? Thunder Twats. You can send the Thunder Twats to the dead wallet, and I will pin this to the top. And if you have any questions about this type of stuff, hit the mic button. That thing is free. Just please tweet out this room, because everybody else has to figure this stuff out too. We're trying to meet on common ground here. And that's what Drewski's going to be doing. When is it? Tomorrow night?
No, it'll be tomorrow afternoon
Tomorrow
at
afternoon.
1 p.m. EST. And the reason I'm doing that is just because I have things going on later Wednesday. I'm actually, oh, bro, I'm excited. I'm starting a new content series on my Snapchat, which has seen a lot of growth recently because I've been doing a few things in the background. But I'm starting a new content series. It's $1,000 to $100,000. And it's just to show anyone, like, hey, through hard work, whether it's through trading, and I also have a IRL business planned out that I started with less than $1,000 for both of those things, that you really can make a lot of money in a short amount of time. Right now, it's planned for $1,000 to $100,000 in 3 months. And if anyone wants to follow along on that journey and you have Snapchat, at Father Stonk is my Snapchat, and it's spelled STONK, like the meme. But I'm really excited. I'm supposed to start it tomorrow. I was supposed to start it today. And in fact, I had a really good trade set up on gold. But bro, it's been a while since I've like had to get up early and trade and everything like that because I haven't done it in like a few months. And I got up and I charted everything up, fell back asleep for 15 minutes, missed my entry in an amazing setup and an amazing trade. So kind of pissed about that. It would have been a really great start to the series, but I'm just gonna start it tomorrow instead and act like nothing happened.
Well, you know what? Even though that's a bummer, and I feel you because I had a very similar situation this morning, you're always trying to get the best entry point. It's the best way to make profit with leverage. But patience. Patience is something that I'm still trying to get better at. And the way that you just said it so easily made me feel like I still got work to do. Because it's like, I can't wait till tomorrow. When I miss that entry point, I'm just I'm postponing the space and I'm fucking waiting for a new one.
That's the thing, bro. I saw after the initial setup that I had, I missed. I got up and I was like, "Fuck, bro! Like, I really want to make a trade." And I saw another setup, and I was like, I might make this," but I was like, "No, you know what? This is the start of the series. I literally just got a brand new 100K funded account." So, and for those who don't know what a funded account is, you pay like $400. You get a $100,000 account to trade with. You can only lose a certain amount per day. If you lose that certain amount, you're out. And for the first round, you have to make 8% profits. Then you'll move to the second round, you have to make 5%. Then the third round, you can make any percent, and you keep, for the one that I'm doing right now, you keep 90% of the profits. But there is a consistency rule where one of your trades cannot be more than 30% of your total profit. So if you make $10,000 off of one trade, you then have to make, I think like an additional 30, 25-ish thousand to be able to pull out that 10,000. So
Oh, right. They need the volume.
yeah, yeah. And
Yeah.
also you can, like I said, you can only lose a certain amount, and if you lose that certain amount, then you lose the account. So it's, there is risk to it, but it's a lot better than taking your own $100,000 and trading with that.
Bro, we talked about this a while ago, and I feel like I missed something. Like, is this real money?
Okay, so for the first and second phase, where you make the 8% and the 5%, it is not real money. It's a test account, so they see what you're doing. The third account is a real $100,000, or you can go all the way up to 300,000. But really, the ideal thing for me is $100,000 account. You make 1% a day. That's $1,000 per day. If you find a good setup within 30 minutes, takes 30 minutes to make $1,000, and you keep 90% of that profit, right? But like I said, since it's their $100,000, how it works is whenever you get funded with that $100,000, if you lose more than 8% of the account, so over $8,000, you lose the funded account. So as soon as your account goes below 92,000, that is no longer your $100,000 to trade with. And also in the same sense, if you lose more than 5,000 in one day, even if the trade ends in profit, but it goes up to 5,001 in the negative, you automatically lose that account. So on their end, they're only risking $8,000. But let's say you're a very profitable trader and you make $100,000 with them, they take 10% of that, then they make $10,000 off of you. Do you see what I'm saying here?
Yeah, no. Now I get it. It's really interesting because they're basically bringing together good traders and funding in a safe way. It's
But it is not for everyone. I mean, you have to be a very disciplined trader. There are certain restrictions, like I said, with the 5% and the 8% loss. I mean, it sounds good on paper, but for a lot of people, I mean, they blow through a bunch of accounts. So that's why you really have to be
right.
good with risk management.
Yeah, it sounds like all the risk is going on. Well, not all of it, but the majority of the risk is going on the trader, even though it's not their money. Very interesting stuff. It is the top of the hour, though, so we are going to check these charts. These numbers, as always, are brought to you by Crypto.com. Please, for the love of God, don't let them be your daddy. That means get your tokens off centralized exchanges. Not your keys, not your crypto. Bitcoin, according to CDC, is at 27,765. Rough. ETH is on a leg up, though. 1864. Nope, 1852. Good enough. Matic is at 87 cents. Holy shit. 88. Atom is just under $11. 1085. Crow is at 6.5. Down 2.5%. Pepe is not bad, only down 6%. It was down much more. When was that? Oh, yesterday at 2 p.m. That was a buy. It was at 1.5. Now it's at 2.128. Yeah, I jumped on the Pepe train. I jumped right off, though, with a 30% profit. Big winners today. Orion Protocol is up 13, almost 14%. Lido DAO is up 12%. Bitcoin Cash is up 7.5%. Ordinals is up 6.7. We got to talk about this, Drewski. And it's always good to see Helium up here. Number 7, 5% gain, almost $1.50. And Kava Protocol is up almost 5% at 81 cents. So, not terrible, but not great. It's hard to know how to feel these days. I was fucking bullish last week, man. Got me in a lot of trouble. What's up, Drew?
You mentioned Ordi is up a good amount today. I am extremely bullish on BRC20 tokens right now. Ordi started at, you could mint it whenever this was whenever the mempool was super low. I mean, right now it'll cost you an insane amount to mint some BRC20 tokens, but Ordi started at, I think you could mint you could max mint 100 max mints. I think their max mint was 1,000. So you could have got 100,000 Ordi token for like $250, and now they're worth like $20 a piece. Let me check and make sure that, yeah, the total supply is 21 million. Max mint was 1,000. So if you got 100,000 Ordi token, you are now sitting on like an insane amount of money. Hold on, let me like it's nuts, bro. I mean, that's literally $2 million, and I don't know if they have the liquidity for people to be able to pull that out, but like it's insane.
Yeah, so here's all of that hopefully boiled down for people who don't understand what Drewski just said. So BRC20s are relatively new. Like ordinals, like the NFTs on Bitcoin. This is what do you want to call it? Let's just call it tokens, right? Because if a blockchain has a native token, that's a coin. Like Crow is a coin, Bitcoin is obviously a coin, ETH is a coin, Matic is a coin. When you build another token on top of that blockchain with smart contracts, that is a token. So BRC20s are the equivalent on the Bitcoin network of CRC20s on the Kronos network. So like VVS, like Thunder, all of these are CRC20s. And now you've got BRC20s like Ordi, and I put it up in the title because this stuff is so new that people might just come in here when they see this shit. And we'll tell them about the Crow. But like, I want to hear what the audience thinks about this stuff. The people who already understand this and what their opinions are. Because I've seen vastly differing opinions from people who have been here from the beginning, from people that are, validators and node operators on the Bitcoin network. A lot of flip-flopping, a lot of emotions. We keep telling y'all, let's keep the emotions out of Web3. They're not helping anybody. But we definitely need to hear what people are feeling about ordinals and BRC20 tokens. What do you think? I mean, you got the price. What do you got, Drew?
what
I
the
forgot how
only
to do this. Obviously.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. The only clarification that I want to make is they are very similar to CRC 20 tokens and everything like that, how you would build it on the Kronos blockchain, but it is not built on a smart contract. The only thing that is done whenever one of these tokens are made is you literally mint, or I'm sorry, you literally inscribe, very similar to minting, but you inscribe the text file for the token onto a Satoshi. And from there, since you inscribe the text file and the JSON data inside that text file, that allows people to mint off of that text file, people can then, like in the text file, it'll clarify max supply 21 million, max mint 1,000, ticker symbol ordi. That's literally all it is. That's all you're inscribing, and people will then go and inscribe either the max mint or however much they want, and they can do that on, I've been using Unisat, that's like the most recommended one from what I've seen, and you then get the inscription into your wallet. And what it is, it's a very similar thing to the inscription of the max supply, but it won't have the max supply. What it'll have is uh token supply 1,000, if you're minting 1,000 token ticker ordi, and that's all that will have. So it's really interesting, and but once you own that that inscription, you can then sell parts of that inscription. So you have to inscribe a transfer from that inscription to then transfer it onto a marketplace to sell. So once you inscribe the transfer, let's say you have 1,000 ordi token, but you only want to sell 500, but the inscription was for 1,000. Then you can go ahead, inscribe a transfer for 500 ordi token, and it'll transfer 500 of that 1,000, and then you'll be left with an inscription of 500 ordi token. And it's very complicated sounding, but once you actually do it, it's it's not too hard, but it's a really interesting, unique new system, and I'm pretty bullish on it. And a lot of people are feeling different ways about it. It's like a love hate right now, right? You could get into any BRC20 meme token, make a shit ton of money, but you'll have to pay like insane mempool fees because it's like 550 sats per V byte right now, which means you're going to be paying like $50 per transaction. Like it's nuts. It's
It's
absolutely nuts.
crazy, and I feel like when we take the emotions out, it is neither good or bad, right? Because we've got um, a lot of people making a lot of money, whether it's value that they can extract or not. It's well, it's hard to say whether or not, um, like the fact that the transactions couldn't be processed yesterday is a good or a bad thing. Like Bitcoin has things that they need to fix, um, and they're working on it. But hopefully, that this makes everything better, faster, stronger. Whoops, that might be copyrighted. No, that's harder, faster, stronger. Um, I think the Bitcoin thing, like, even when people start fighting, like, I'm going into too many topics here. But the point I'm trying to make is sometimes even the fighting is neither good or bad. Like, I've gotten some really crazy explanations from people in my DMs about why they were saying the shit they were saying on Twitter the past couple of days. And who knows? Maybe they just want me to unblock them. But like, um, I gotta chill. I gotta chill too.
It was talking all the shit.
Yeah, it's like, okay, maybe a fake thunder brings more attention to thunder. I don't know. I still think the most important thing is that we're educating and we're building new things. And they're doing neither. You know, that's why I'm just cutting motherfuckers off, because that's when I can say this is bad. This does nothing good. This is bad. But with the BRC20s, I think there's a lot of good that's come from it. But we see a lot of pushback from the node validator side. And that's kind of concerning, right? Because they're the people who keep Bitcoin running and keep it decentralized.
They're just maxis, bro. They don't want to see shit like this.
Well, none of us want to see the chain not working. And that's the point that it got to. So I think what they're trying to do right now is basically filter out the spam so that like it doesn't happen again. I guess people were uploading a bunch of crap, but then it's also like, who decides what's crap and what's not? Now we're getting into those territories. Censorship, and nobody likes that word. Voodoo, what's up, man? What do you think?
I mean, I think Bitcoin was never designed to be used in this way. Like I said before, that's why Ethereum was born, is because we needed smart contracts. So I think if you need NFTs, there are tons and tons and tons of blockchains that use smart contracts. This is the most inefficient way of trying to create a NFT. So why are we putting so much energy into this? Because what we're trying to piggyback off the value of the native token. That's pretty much all it is. Because nothing else makes sense. And it doesn't make any sense for you to go on Bitcoin and create an NFT, besides trying to piggyback off of the value of the native token Bitcoin. That's the only thing that makes sense in my mind. But this is DeFi. People are going to do what they want to do.
And at the
that's
same
how.
time, right, we're so proud of Drew for getting over there and being a part of the first million Bitcoin inscriptions, because they might just fucking turn this thing off. You might be one of the only ones that hate it.
There is, for every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction. So we have to be aware of the consequences of the actions we take. Not you specifically, Drew, just by
No, bro,
slowing
I'm
down.
definitely part of fucking up the Bitcoin blockchain. Like, I was pushing BRC20s
Well,
hard, bro.
the point that I'm making is not just specifically you, but the fact that a major exchange had to stop trading on Bitcoin because of the congestion. Binance just strictly said we're not transacting Bitcoin at the moment because the fees are too insane, right? So what
And
does
no
that
one
mean
saw that
for
one
Bitcoin?
coming. That's
Yeah,
the
what does
most
that mean
funny
for
thing.
Bitcoin
Absolutely
when you
no
can't
one
trade
saw
it?
that coming. Yeah, bro, and it's
Everyone saw that. What do you mean? How
I
long have
didn't
you been
see
in
it coming,
crypto?
bro. Whenever
Everyone,
look,
listen,
here's the thing.
excuse me, Drewski, anyone that's been here for over 5 years seen this coming. This is the very reason that Ethereum was created, was to avoid this with Bitcoin. And what's Ethereum came out, what, 2014, 15? That's when people saw this coming. That's why they created Ethereum, was to avoid this from happening. Go ahead,
This
buddy.
this would not have happened without BRC20 tokens, because the inscriptions already were so expensive to put even a very simplistic JPEG onto Bitcoin. It was expensive, right? And people were doing them. I know the Bitcoin machines. they were doing them in mass amounts. I mean, they were doing like 70,000 pieces collections, and they were the reason why ordinals were moving forward that the way they were, past 1 million inscriptions and stuff like that. But even whenever they were doing that, it was still like 1 to 5 sats per V byte. Not until BRC20 tokens came around, and you're literally only inscribing a text file with JSON data inside of it that literally cost like $1 or something like that at the time to inscribe. That's when everything started ramping up, because everyone just started continuously front running each other. Like, it was nuts. Everyone wanted to inscribe their BRC20s before the most recent BRC20s started to mint out, because they were minting out like hotcakes. People went from, doing like 20 sats per V byte, which was a lot at the time, going to like 25 to 40 to 50 to 100, and everyone was freaking out about that, until now it's 550 sats per V byte, because everyone was just continuously front running each other, trying to get these upcoming meme tokens on BRC20. So I do agree with you that eventually it probably was going to be a thing that could have happened. But what I was saying was, I did not think it would happen as quickly as it did. And without BRC20 tokens, it would not have happened as quickly as it did, which is just nuts. We went from 1.2 million inscriptions to now we're like over 4 million within a few weeks. And we were not on track to do that until BRC20 tokens came into the picture.
Wow, it's over 4 million now?
Yeah, I'm
And you
pretty
got
sure.
in there before 1 million, right?
Yeah. Well, very small amount of our dragons are before 1 million, but
Hey, we'll
technically
give it
we
to you,
are.
bro. We'll
Yeah.
fucking give it to you, Drewski. Let's go, boy. Who knows how long this is gonna last? That's what I want to know. Is like, all of this stuff is exciting when it's new. Um, Even if it's not new, if we're just hearing about it, it's new, and that's the hype. But like, what's the long term vision? That's what I always want to know. Is like, are we thinking about where this is going, where we can push it, or where it might go that we don't want it to go? What's up, Sushi?
I just want to ask a question to Dragons. Why not use Bitcoin Cash? What's Bitcoin Cash?
Honestly, I don't know. I feel like Voodoo was saying, a lot of people are building on Bitcoin because it's Bitcoin, because it's the largest chain, or the largest blockchain, the largest crypto that there is, right? And the technology over there is different, and there's some reasons why people like the technology over there as opposed to Ethereum. But I am not here to argue which one is better, which one is worse, because with smart contract capabilities and everything like that, there's a lot of different arguments as why people can say Ethereum and Kronos and EVMs and stuff like that are way better than Bitcoin, right? As
There
far
is
as
no
technology
technology.
goes.
I'm sorry, Drew. There is no technology with Bitcoin. It's a simple ledger. That's all it is. It's a spreadsheet, a CSV file.
I
There's
knew
no
this was
technology.
coming.
Well,
I know, but
There's
Voodoo,
no
wait, quick.
technology there.
I just want everybody to realize that, like, before we argued the semantics, of course there were cryptos before Bitcoin, right?
Yep.
But
Yep.
when we talk about the first crypto, the only crypto, when people who know nothing about crypto know what Bitcoin is, like, that's what we're talking about.
I get what Drew's saying, but there's no technology to it. It was just a simple
well,
ledger
I'd have to
that
disagree there
okay,
partially, just because there is
okay.
a new kid on the town called ORC20 tokens that they just released their light paper, and they just began minting ORC20 tokens, and they have a lot of capabilities that ERC20 tokens have as well. So people are building out technology on Bitcoin ordinals, but like you're saying, a
But those are
normal
all forks,
subscription.
just like the Lightning network, just like Bitcoin Cash. Those are all just forks of Bitcoin, right? If you're talking about Bitcoin, the blockchain itself, like it's just a simple ledger, buddy. That's all it is, with some cryptography that in basically created the whole proof of work concept. But there's nothing there's nothing spectacular there. There's nothing you can basically replicate the whole thing with a spreadsheet.
And
But
more
inscribing
importantly,
something
anybody can,
onto that
right?
ledger is what adds value. And that is a technology in itself.
Right, because the
That
value isn't in that
all right.
ledger.
Yeah,
You
It's
don't
what
have
we
to
put in it.
argue
I mean, you can argue
semantics.
that out. I don't see where that argument's gonna go. So I inscribe something on a Satoshi, and now it changes its value. That doesn't really make a lot of sense, I think.
Well, you could
It's
also say that NFTs are digital pictures, and that doesn't make a lot of sense either. But this is a digital picture on a Satoshi.
And
So
you're
it's
not
like,
comparing apples to apples. You're comparing apples to tangerines. Like
and
there's
I
so much
want people
more.
to
but
just
they're still
see the
fruits,
table.
right?
Hold on, I love both of these guys, but I gotta mute them because I just want people to see the fucking table with all the fruit on it and understand what we're pointing at here. Okay, we got oranges, we got tangerines, we got fucking apples of all shapes and sizes. But like, understand what's what. Understand that anybody in here can hit the mic button. Anybody in here can drop a fucking BRC20 token. Anybody in here can fork the Bitcoin network and start their own. This is DeFi, ladies and gentlemen. Don't ever forget that shit. But please understand what you're messing with. Own your keys, own your crypto. That's all that matters to me. Fat boy, what's up?
Hey, what's up, Alpha? How you doing?
All right, all right.
Good, good. Dragons, they still letting you in spaces? What's up?
Hey, what's going on, bro? Yeah, they tried to
Who,
shut
this
me down for
Canadian
a
over
minute.
here?
Honestly,
This Canadian.
dragons.
But I'm back.
Honestly, every time I see him, he's on a different chain, spouting about something. Honestly, the Bitcoin, dude, fruit. I mean, it's like the prune of the fruit world. Like it's just garbage. Like it's. I mean, the guy hit it on the head. He was. Everybody got excited because somebody managed to get something
Yeah,
within
but
the.
everybody needs their prune juice, fat
Yeah,
boy.
well,
You
you
know
know what
this.
prune juice does though? It makes you freaking shit. So that's, that's what
Yeah,
you
you got to
produce.
stay regular.
So
We want everybody to be
yeah,
healthy.
yeah, you want to have a healthy bowel. That's what Bitcoin's going to give you then. Yeah, I mean,
More shit coins.
not against Bitcoin, but I mean, the most important thing, the thing I see a lot is people. It's nostalgia. Like it's the nostalgia of doing it. Inscribing on Bitcoin is nostalgic, and trying to get the lowest Satoshi is the only thing. Outside of that, I can't see anything of value or worth or, taking any.
I like
I'm not
that.
saying
I like that you brought up that
yeah, I
word,
probably
bro.
shouldn't have used the word
Because
there's no worth because it's worth to whoever wants to do it. So I'll take that back. But what I'm saying, meaning technology wise or building out, I mean, I'd rather build on Ethereum than I would on Bitcoin. I mean, I'm obviously I do stuff with Hedera, but um, yeah, I don't get it. I don't get why. I get why people are doing it, but I don't get it either. It's
well, you just made me get it by bringing up the nostalgia. Like the first wave of NFT folks, whatever you want to call them, are collectors, right? Traders and collectors. And there's a powerful nostalgia that can really like take over someone's mind. Like nostalgia can be powerful, um, depending on the person. Like some people will do anything to get that toy that they had when they were a kid. Um, I don't know. It's really interesting to me.
what's
Joey,
your toy,
oh, go
Alpha?
ahead. my point is that nostalgia can be a
No, I mean in
powerful
your toy. What's
feeling.
your toy that you're searching for?
Oh shit, that's a good one. You know what? My mom like still has them, so I don't even have to search. I go over to her house and she has my favorite Japanese. It's like Voltron, this like Japanese toy I got when I was a kid, and like the thing still shoots the little missiles. Like I don't know how she kept all this shit. She's all right. I kid my mother. She's all right. She always told me, "Fuck them if they can't take a joke." That's that's my mother. Joe Q, what it do?
Hey, I just have one question for the panel up here. Is a pineapple really an apple? That being said, 3, 2, 1, Joe Q! Psych, stepping back.
God damn it, Joey! I'll give it to him. Where have you been, my guy?
I've started a new in real life job. So, although I have like 20 years driving and driver training experience, I'm sitting in the passenger seat for the next week and a half, 2 weeks. So, I've been going through training, all kinds of fun stuff. They got to teach me how to drive again because I'm new to this company.
I'ma read. I'ma learn to read.
I'm a relearned it how to do all this stuff, and hell, I think I might even be a mechanic when
Hey,
it's all said and done.
change is in the air, Joey. Um, we're glad you're back. Glad you're here. It's not like you left.
Yeah, I haven't left. I've been here the whole time. I've been and have been quiet
How
because,
you?
like, right now the driver's looking at me like I'm fucking insane. Sorry for the profanity, for all those who are listening back or are easily offended. My most humblest apologies.
Bro, I am rarely in public on spaces, but I have been in the past, and yeah, I hear you.
Bro, I'm at the gym all the time on Spaces because that's
Like,
most
do
of the
people
free
just
time
think
I
you're on?
have.
Do people just assume you're on like a very boisterous phone call or something?
I
Like,
don't know, bro, but people be staring at me. It's hilarious. It's so funny, bro.
Salty's neighbors
because
are
the way that I
convinced
run
that she's
spaces
freaking
is
psychotic.
I walk in circles and I'm holding my phone out in front of me and I'm just yelling at it, you know? And for other people to see me doing that is just probably really strange.
Oh yeah, it has to be,
Like
especially
my
because I have a
neighbors.
headset on and they can't hear what you guys are saying.
Oh yeah, that's a good part. My neighbors see me doing it in the yard and they probably have no idea what the fuck is going on. But they must hear about Crow because I'm yelling about it all the time. I'm surprised they haven't asked me what Crow is yet. But they're polite people on this island. Keep to ourselves.
Man, Alpha's got a thing. He hates those birds, man. Those crows that are flying around. You hear him yelling about them. One day he likes them, the next day he hates them. Man, what the hell's wrong with this guy? They're just birds.
Those damn crows just won't get over 7 cents, man. Like, killing me, Joey. Killing me. Everybody wants to know when eight? No, we had 9 cents in February, and I slept through it. We hit 9 cents at 3 o'clock in the morning, and I was asleep. Breaking my heart. What's up, Drew?
I want to say I'm about to get going because I got to start doing IRL stuff. But I hope everyone has a great rest of your day. I'll be tweeting out the town hall link in like an hour and a half. It'll be tomorrow at 1 p.m. EST. But also, I just checked for everyone that is wondering, there are a lot of ordinals that are increasing in value a lot. Like a lot. I got a Bitcoin frog at about 25 bucks, and the floor on them is like 325 bucks right now. and the two that I have are like way above floor because they're way cooler than that. So it's probably I could probably sell it for like 400-ish bucks right now. So despite if you like ordinals or not, definitely check them out and just get educated, because whether, like I said, whether you like ordinals or not, everyone likes money. So, if there's an opportunity to make some money, definitely check it out. Maybe just join some spaces, educate yourself. Whether you get in or you don't get in, there are some good opportunities right now. But everyone, I hope you have a great rest of your day. Alpha, I'm not sure if I'll be in the jungle later, but I'll see you guys eventually. See you, everybody.
Oh yeah, for sure, man. And not only are you making money over there, but you're making Bitcoin. And Bitcoin is something that you can always hold and feel good about. That is one thing we can say for sure in here. So whether or not Drew is up here, we still are open for the questions. If y'all want to know more about Bitcoin ordinals, he is our resident expert though. So maybe save it till next time. Crosmo Dev, what's good, my guy?
What's good? How's everyone doing? Glad to be up here. It's been a while. Just wanted to jump in on the ordinals conversation. I personally don't really see the value in it. I get that it's a hype, but it's just technology simply isn't made for that at all. Kind of agreeing with what Voodoo has been saying earlier.
It pains me. But I think anyone that's been involved in crypto for a while, or anyone that understands the actual technology, like Drew said, do your homework. Find out how
Yeah.
Bitcoin started. Read that white paper. Understand what it was developed and built to do. And it does that phenomenally great. It was just designed as a way of taking over our financial system by empowering individuals to basically create their own money. It was the very first time that money was created outside of a government entity. Like people created this, not the government. People, individuals created a form of value that is accepted worldwide. That was the whole point. Now, it is DeFi. People are going to use it how they want once the tech is out there. And I think that's a brilliant thing, to allow people to develop it and build it into what they want it to do. But you're basically trying to take your Pinto and put it into a Formula One race. It's just not going to survive. It's not designed to race, right? It's designed to do what it does very well, which is get you from point A to point B.
Wait, did you
But
say
put it in a
Pinto? He said Pinto,
yes.
like a
I
Ford
brought it back
Pinto?
for
Yeah.
Oh my god, that one took me a second. I was like, holy shit.
I don't even think it's that. I think it's like a bicycle with two burst tires going into the Formula One.
Even worse.
Oh, now that Drew's gone, you guys are just pulling out the fucking
Hey,
stop.
I'll DM
No, it's
that
going to
as
be a
well.
Ford Ranger.
What'd you say, Sea Queen?
I said, nah, it's going to be a Ford Ranger.
Ford Ranger. Ford Exploder. Pick a Ford. I've had a couple. My favorite was my little what was it? 2003 Ford Ranger with like a 4-cylinder engine. That thing actually lasted. Go ahead, Crosmo. Talk that talk.
I kind of want to jump back to ordinals because we're talking about it so much. Because earlier, someone, I don't remember who, was saying that there's value in people collecting stuff and people collecting numbering or inscriptions, whether it's on a piece of paper or it's on Bitcoin. You might want to have the 1,000 Bitcoin or 1 million Bitcoin, whatever it may be, or stat better. But it's already been proven that the inscription numbering is off. So there were several explorers that were apparently had some flawed logic. So there are several people that think they have a given number, but apparently that's just not the case.
Ooh, that's a bad one. Because this is what we're trying to avoid. This is like one of the, besides the main peer-to-peer trading of currency, like Voodoo was talking about, the second most important thing that we do with the blockchain is ownership. So if they've got two people thinking they own the same thing, that is the number one No.
It's so new, and because of there are several new explorers out there and technologies to keep track of these things instead of a regular Bitcoin wallet. And apparently there was fault logging in that, and there was a developer last week who exposed that, and he actually crashed, I think, one or two of those explorers as well.
Yeah, we got a lot we got to look into with this stuff. I was trying to listen to that whole space last night that Alex was running, where like Ben Armstrong shows up and I'm putting the kids to bed. And then like I literally fell asleep on the couch, woke up, and Ben was still up there at like 11 o'clock, 11:30 at night. And bro, this whole thing is throwing me for a loop because half of the community is like, oh, good for Alex, like calling out these scammers. And then I look at the charts, and this Ben token is like the best performing token today. And I'm just feeling like everybody's fucking confused, man. Does anybody really know what's going on around here? That's what I want to know. Before we got 21 minutes left. Does
There is
anybody
so
know
much
what's
that
going
is
on
wrong
around
with
here?
that whole situation.
Yeah.
Because this is exactly the type of manipulation that, I mean, Ben is putting himself in a very, very precarious position, right?
And just
So
because he wants to be liked, bro.
it's insane.
Honestly, that's what I'm
But
seeing
you're
here. It's
making
like,
yourself a target there, buddy. You have your own token that you're promoting on your Twitter account, that you're
oof.
promoting on your TV show with like 1 million followers on YouTube. And it's a meme token. Like there are only so many Siberians out there, and that's like the 0.1% of the meme population.
And I just want to
Uh,
remind everybody, this is the same guy who 2 days ago didn't know how to use Uniswap. And a couple of weeks ago, I told you guys that they staked their Algorand on Coinbase. Like, these are not DeFi people. These are not the
it's so
people
funny.
you
Like
want to
anyone can do
follow.
this. They just prove it. Anyone can
Oh.
literally do this. It doesn't take much.
And then I'm just wondering, like, is Alex cool with this, or is he just clout farming that shit?
I mean, clout farming. That Ben's a tube, honestly.
Like, I would let him up here for sure, but I wouldn't let him talk for fucking 3 hours. Like, you have your own YouTube channel that's already the biggest in crypto. Like,
He is already the leader of the XRP army, according to him.
self-appointed.
Uh,
I mean,
depends on.
if you got into crypto to make people like you, you are in the wrong business. That is not what we are doing here, folks. We're building something for the future. Meme coins, how long did they last? We've got two that made it out of the last bull run. Right? Doge and Sheeb. Who else made it? Floki? Floki's new, isn't it? They just listed it on crypto.com.
And on VVS, it just got listed today, along with Candy.
Along with Candy! Let's go! How did it take us this long to bring it up? What a day, Voodoo!
Well, listen, we're just trying to get it everywhere we can. And the largest DEX on kernels just makes sense.
And how do we avoid, not to shift into reverse here, but how do we avoid arbitrage while going to multiple DEXs?
There's a 10% tax. There's a 10% tax plus
Bong.
another, let's say, on Candy, plus another 2%, let's say, for your transaction fee. So you need to have a 13% or better difference in price for you to make any kind of profit. Right? Because
100%.
you have to make up that difference.
Yeah. What we learned with creating Thunder and then the process of being on multiple dexes was that when one dex gets to a low liquidity, then you've got high price impact that blows it passed 15% on a regular basis. And
On top of that,
that's when it gets crazy. Yeah.
yeah. So I'm just trying to understand, like, how are you going to arbitrage the token with a 10% sales tax? How does the math add up there? Like, I don't get it.
They just push it real hard. I've seen it happen.
Well,
But
the
like,
harder they push it, the more gas fees, because now you're trying to front run a transaction, right? So,
Candy's got a solid base, and I think that's really gonna propel it right through this without any issues, because
mm,
you've got a huge community that's staking for years, like locking in vaults, and
yeah,
that's gonna avoid some of these price impact issues, because you got, like, you look at the charts and you see minted went down the least, right? And like Pharaoh protocol, and you think, why is this? Oh, vesting schedules. They can't dump as fast because 75% of the tokens are locked every time you claim them. I
yeah.
think that's why you don't see that type of dumping. What's up, Susu?
Hey, Alpha, well, go on, Lord.
De Abbas.
Good man. So, the thing about candy is that candy is sweet, like, and it's one of them nice, lovely things that if you,
Amen.
um, and if you wonder why I'm out here, like, actually literally shilling candies is like, for real, though, Voodoo has been real in this community, like, and the community needs people like, to make it so that everybody gets the benefits in crofam. Like, so I hear you worrying about sleepless nights, about worrying about arbitrage bots and things like that. Just don't lose sleep on those kind of things, like, because as I say, like, you're better off selling your own bots. And yeah, if you want, if that's your business, Candy is going to provide you them kind of sweets for you, to take. But fair play to you and Alpha. How's the family coming up? Any baby news?
Not as yet, but soon, very soon. My wife,
She
I
soon
think
come.
this might soon come, Vaz. This might be her last day at work. She can't be out there in the garden anymore. She looks like she's ready to go. We we uh we got first week of June though, is technically our due date. What is today?
Yeah, please go. Today is the 10th, 9th.
Oh, Jimmy, no, no.
Let me tell you my thoughts on BRC20. My thoughts are this. Bitcoin, the way it's structured, was never designed for these NFTs. Now, within the
Yeah, we already said that, Jimmy. You got to check the tapes,
yeah,
buddy.
I know,
We
but
did that.
I'd rather have my own opinions of authority rather than yours. So when I think of ordinals, I know that the BTC community, especially the developer community, are really worried about it. When they designed Taproot, they had no idea that the node system, where you can actually have a validator node running on AWS, would be used. They just thought that it should exist. It should not speak to the chain directly. It should basically settle in a way that speaks to other nodes, and it becomes part of the settlement layer through a process of, like, if it's a settlement one and then two and layer two of Lightning. That was a theory. Lightning would be there. Eventually, they would be able to use nodes. Nodes would basically fit like an escrow until it speaks to the chain and goes into the layer one. So what are they talking about now? Well, they're trying to figure out, do they need a new update? And if they are going to need a new update, and they still keep small blocks, do nodes still speak to each other, or do they speak directly to the chain? If so, they actually run into the exact same problems that Cro has, or every blockchain pretty much has. The more decentralized you have it, the less security or the less speed. The more speed, the less decentralized, the less security. So most of the BTC developers are focused on security, hence miners. Ethereum moved on from that for the sake of NFTs. Will there be a fork? I don't know. I think to this point, they might have to have a layer 2 fork, which kind of communicates to layer 1 with some type of proof of stake system and be like It's Bitcoin, but it's like proof of stake Bitcoin. I think that's what's
It's
going to
like
happen.
Bitcoin, but it's like not Bitcoin.
Well, I don't know what the
I don't
solution
know,
is.
Jimmy.
If you talk to BTC devs, there's a community of them who go back long ways. Half or half. It's like half are supporting this. Say, hey, Ethereum did
Well,
it,
yeah.
but they moved away from proof of
They
work.
also said that they can push it. They can push it through without a major update because it's a bug fix.
But it's not okay. I agree that that you know what that's saying. It's saying basically remove it though.
Well, they're saying filter it.
Filter. What does filter mean?
It means, run it through a filter.
Spam NFTs and then real NFTs.
Yeah, spam.
Yeah.
Get the spam out. That's what
you know what that means. That filter has a validator that will basically filter. What is good.
It's a thin line.
It's a decentralized
between love and hate.
Alpha. It's decentralized.
Well, this is what I wanted to touch on because what you
can
brought
touch me,
up
baby.
is what we call the DeFi trilemma. You cannot have all three at the same time. Security,
theoretically, it's possible, but
speed and scalability.
It's theoretically possible, but the reason why it's not possible with these existing chains was they were never designed to have it in the first place.
Well, especially Bitcoin, right?
Especially
First
Bitcoin.
and foremost, Bitcoin. So that's the big question today: is why? Why, if Bitcoin is functioning properly to do what it's supposed to?
But is it? I guess it comes down to philosophical issues. Is it functioning properly if the chain is so congested that transaction times go from 30 minutes to 3 hours?
No, it was functioning.
Okay, I agree. After the filter. So the filter's installed. Okay, now we have a filter. It goes from 3 hours to 1 hour. Does it work?
Technically.
Well, that's the point, isn't it? What is working?
Not us. Oh!
I think this goes back to this idea that Lightning never was going to work, never will work. This whole idea of a layer 2 on top of Bitcoin that they all talked about was a lie. And I'm sorry to say it, man. Ethereum was right all along. That you just have to have rollups as layer 2s that speak to the chain themselves, and you have to have this really, really, really complicated system. Now, whether or not they implemented it correctly with the correct tokenomics is a different question. Completely different question. But the structure of it makes sense. Bitcoin has to figure out something with that kind of structure. I don't know how they're going to figure out the tokenomics. There is a miner subsidy. You guys are aware of the miner subsidy. For the first time in history, well, not first time in history, first time in 5 years, there was no miner subsidy anymore. Miners actually made money off the validation fees. Not from mining Bitcoin, from the validation fees on the node system. Before they had to subsidize it, there was a miner subsidy. So, it was good for validators. Validators for the first time made some motherfucking money.
It's a whole new pile of worms, bro.
Is it though? Because we all need to know, but we all know what needs to be done. And in my opinion,
what are people here for?
They're here if people sell off in Bitcoin, it could help grow. If people from the Bitcoin community move away, it would help some of the larger top 10 proof of stake projects. If Bitcoin moves partially proof of stake, it's definitely going to help grow.
Jimmy, what's your favorite cryptocurrency?
Tokenomics wise or just project wise, technology wise?
Project wise.
Okay. Probably Mina.
Mina protocol.
Yeah, because the block you can download, it's 3 megabytes, I think, the entire blockchain. It's quite nice. It's a efficient, cute blockchain.
So that's what you're looking for. You're looking for a blockchain you can fit in your pocket, like a.
No one uses it though, because you can't really put NFTs on it, but it could be put on everyone's phones easily. Now, do we need that in the future if there's cloud computing? No, probably not. But it's a beautiful idea.
Like cloud computing.
So I think it's a beautiful idea. Now, they implemented ZK Snark, ZK rollups. It's a beautiful idea, but no one uses it.
Well, if you guys are looking for something you can use, there is a Solana phone that is available for public purchase now,
Great.
as of today. So you can
I
buy
would
your
say
very
if
own
you were gonna ask me
Solana phone.
my most the project I dislike the most, it would be Solana, unfortunately.
You dislike Solana the most. I
The-
saw that one coming. That's
The
why I brought up the
worst
phone.
tokenomics, the worst team.
What about the phone, though? Did they make a good phone?
It seems like a media attention grab.
Well, let's see what Dead Render thinks. Whoop. Is Twitter freaking out on me? Oh, here he is. What's up, Dead Render?
He's not there.
Yeah, he is. All right.
Why did he speak then?
Well, he's a Mason by trade. Give him a second.
A Freemason?
No, like a stone worker.
Oh, okay. He works in a quarry?
I don't know. You got to ask him.
Dead, you got the mic. Go ahead.
What up, Dead?
Yo, what's up, fam? I don't know. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Nope.
Don't listen to the audio.
I kind of have crap service, so I'm not sure if I'm rugging or not. But I wanted to give a little bit of information about Kronk, what they just released. I heard somebody say something about me being a mason. I am a mason by trade. Is a stone mason, brick mason, block mason. Laying tile right now. Concrete. There's a lot of good money making and doing concrete as well, but not crypto money.
Okay.
Jimmy might need some services, sounds like. But I would love to hear about
I would just say this.
Shut up, Jimmy.
I'm not sure you can hear me. I must be rugging pretty bad. I'm gonna step back down to listener. Thanks for
No.
letting me
Go
up.
ahead.
Go
ahead.
You
Kronk,
can't hear
bro.
you.
Wait, I
We
gotta
can
get
hear
rid
you.
Go
of
ahead.
this
Step
audio.
back.
Whoop.
Shut up, or
There we
yeah,
go.
we can hear you, dude.
Go ahead, Dad.
Get a chance, man. I know you get around. He's got an app just released today. Chronos except Pepe, Kronk, and Wrapped Crow as of right now. Check him out, man. He's making noise.
Let's pin it. We got 5 minutes on the clock here, and we've been telling everybody for the past 2 hours about BRC20, all the shit coins on Bitcoin that are clogging up the network so much that it doesn't even work, and all the money that you made you can't even take out because the fees are so much that you're wondering why the hell did you go over there in the first place? Because Drewski told you. And it's okay, because everybody's learning. But the truth of the matter is, Kronos is where you want to make your fucking shit coins, y'all. We're talking, what, 7 cents for a transaction? We're talking the best EVM blockchain around. So why are we messing around anywhere else? I don't really know. I've been on Kronos since day one and I haven't left. Am I lazy? Sure. You could say that. Did I find something good, know it was good, and hold on to it? Definitely. I minted fucking Kronos chimps before I knew what an NFT was. So I'm definitely guilty of both of those things. But I still think I'm right about Kronos. So change my mind. What's up, Daddy G?
None. How's everybody doing? I was just listening in, and just like the change of like where we were 2 years ago, and like how people are talking and putting their 2 cents. I fucking love it, man. That's all I wanted to say. Shout out to everybody putting their 2 cents.
Well, we got smarter, Daddy. We've been learning for the past 2 years. I came into this game like a chicken with my head cut off. And I was laughing about it yesterday because I realized as I said it that I was making more money when I didn't know what I was doing than I am now. But I think that's the market. We can always blame the market. We can always blame Crow for not getting over 7 cents, let alone 8, let alone 10 where it should be when Bitcoin is over 30, which hopefully we're going back to. I don't know what's going on. But maybe one of you could tell me in the next 3 minutes. What about Turtle? You got your You got your ear on the grindstone. Don't put your ear on the grindstone. Sorry.
No. I just, I was just hearing everything you guys talking about, but no, man, I'm more into Kronk right now, bro. I'll tell you the truth. You know what I mean? I'm just loving what they're building, how they're building it. You know, even though we probably don't know exactly who Kronk is yet, but I don't know. He's solid so far. I like everything he's doing. I like the meme wars they're doing. You know what I mean? Not only that, but they just came out with the little lotto, so I'm loving that. I got in there too. You know what I mean? So I'm just enjoying the ride. You know what I mean? So
That's what's up,
yeah,
my guy. That's what it's all about. It's about loving what you're getting into. It's about enjoying the ride. It's about learning on the journey. And that's what everybody's here to do. Like the past two people in a row have come up here to talk about Kronk. So obviously there's something going on there. I know, but like I don't know if I can tell y'all yet. We're gonna be doing something with Kronk and this lottery because the network effect is how we really grow. That's when two projects work together and the sum is greater than the parts. You know what I'm saying? Like Kronk is 2, Thunder is 2, but 2 plus 2
Okay,
is
Alpha Rod.
6. Oh shit, you can't hear me, dude? I'm dropping gems right now, bro. Straight fire. Oh well, you ain't gotta go home, but you can't stay here. You gotta drink that water, brush those teeth, own your keys, own your crypto. This is DeFi, ladies and gentlemen. Don't ever forget that shit. Please don't tell your seed phrase to anyone. God damn, we've been telling you for years. That's all your NFTs and crypto going out the window. Write that shit down, pen on paper. No copy and paste, no screenshots, no cloud storage. Come on, we're pros here. Put it in a safe, put it someplace safe, and then show somebody else how to do this shit. Because Lord knows it ain't easy. It is crofam for life. Lots of love, y'all. Buy that goddamn real thunder. Mint those fucking real Thundercats. And let's show these motherfuckers what's up. All right. Peace.